Yo, what's going on, guys? How we doing? What's happening? Where we at? What's going on? Yeah, just for the record, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be doing these crypto sessions, which include the New York Open. I think it's a good time to really just keep people informed on what is going on with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency across the board. All right. So, yeah, what's happening? What's happening? Another stage, yeah, literally. We are operating on machine-like processes, man. You know, it doesn't stop, guys. Woo, Bitcoin. The chart that you're looking at in the actual stream itself is the 15-second time frame. Thought I'd get your heart racing a little bit, you know, because trading is, you know, all about emotions. But the idea is to manage them, okay? So, who's in the room today? Who we got? What's going on? Danny, miss my voice, yeah? All right, then. Cool. Yeah, dollar yen has taken a nice, interesting move, but dollar yen just had some news announcement about the employment change, and it came in way more less than expected. So we'll have a conversation about that in a short moment. So for anybody new that has just passed through to the channel, and for my existing pattern watchers, welcome to the Traders Reality channel. My name is Tino. Let's have a conversation, guys. Let's flip over to the chart and see what is going on. So, this is the 15-second time frame, all right? We're not really going to be focusing on that, but you can see how crazy the 15-second time frame is. So, we're going to be going straight over to the 1 hour and see exactly what has been going on with Bitcoin. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, from yesterday, okay, is exactly what I have been waiting for. I've been waiting for Bitcoin to come back up towards the 50 EMA. All right. Now, funnily enough, from yesterday's stream, we were talking about the death cross. Now, look at the poor, unfortunate souls of retail traders who opened trades on the purpose of the death cross and now getting taken out. OK, you can see if we zoom out right now, we've effectively got zones that the market makers may bring price back up towards. All right. Now, if I just do something firstly, I just need to bring up MT4 just to help you understand and see the clarity of that. Look on the 15-minute time frame, we can see some very interesting behavior. Price is now coming up towards the 200 and the 800 EMA on the 15-minute time frame, and also approaching yesterday's daily open. That's really important, guys. But just look at what's been going on with price action over the past two sessions. Okay, Asian session yesterday dropped price down. Then the UK stepped in, did their bit to get the best fill for the shorts at the highest possible point. They dropped price, brought it straight back up to bring it back into the fray. New York did their business. Now, the last night's Asian session, okay, initiated a stop hunt rise to the high, came back down, played around with the daily open, spiked it again, but didn't go back above the previous high from the Asian session, and they've dropped price down lower. UK have followed through with that drop and took out yesterday's low, but now we're coming into the New York Open where price is starting to rise now, okay? Now, this is what we need to factor in, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bring up TradingView. Notable volume on the 15-minute time frame. Now, just because price has actually showed us a inverted head and shoulders, which you can see right here, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin is going to continue up and go beyond. We have to remember where we are in the cycle. All right. So this move may be the market makers taking advantage of the traders who decided to go short and start hitting their liquidations and stops so that they can offset their longs and get them closed at a higher price. At the same token, the market maker may also be using the 50 EMA to build his shorts at the highest possible point so that he can finalize the cycle to the downside. Now, we are making the assumption that price is currently working its way on a downward cycle to the towards the 800 EMA, where that is where there is a point of interest in the chart. So if we look back, we can see a pool of liquidity right here. It's really important you get that in your mind. Do not deviate away from the fact that the cycle does take precedence over anything. However, if you've got the cycle down and then there's a pattern being formed, then we are going to be waiting to see if the pattern does hold. Because if Bitcoin does break above the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame and continues higher, all right, to invalidate the cycle to the downside, Bitcoin will need to come up to this point right here. However, there's nothing stopping them from actually forming a base up here, where if we just draw this actual rectangle right here, if they bring price up to this point, they may bring it back down again. So we've just got to wait and see. If Bitcoin does come up to this point right here and breaks away from this zone, okay, that tells me that they may have found the high and we could actually be forming a bigger pattern on the 1 hour to drop lower. However, looking at the bigger time frame, we see a different story. Okay, look at this. The 4 hour paints a different picture. Yeah? You can see nice big W formation. Price has come up. Price is retraced back down to the moving averages. And now we are seeing a very, very, very strong candlestick that is trying to get above the 50. And it's doing a good job of that as well on the 4 hour time frame. You can see the pattern, ladies and gentlemen. All right? We can see the pattern. What's going on, Art Love? What's going on, guys? How we doing? How we doing? So on the bigger time frame, this is drop level 1. Now remember, keep in mind of this. On the lower time frames, you're going to get cycles, smaller cycles as well. Okay? Now, if price does come back up towards this zone and continues further, then ladies and gentlemen, we may get a break above this zone. But you always have to have in your mind the element of uncertainty. What we would like to see price do is one thing, and what it does is a different story. Okay? Just so that we can fulfill self-fulfilling prophecies of what we expect it to do. That's all we have. Okay? We can't do anything about the realm of uncertainty. We can't say just because price has actually held in this zone, Bitcoin now is going to continue higher. We always have to be on edge and think it all could go wrong and it can go the opposite direction. Because if you maintain that mindset in your head when you're trading, you're not going to be in a position where you're holding on to losing trades because you're married to the idea that Bitcoin needs to continue higher. All right? Now, we have got 2 more minutes until New York opens, and we'll be seeing the futures market open as well at the same time. So this behavior right now is doing one of two things. It's either taking out the stops and liquidation points for the traders who went short on the cross of the 50 going down below the 200 EMA. Now, look at how many people trade the death cross. Well, unfortunately, they ain't seeing a really good time right now. Okay? This move has just appeared out of nowhere. You can see at the lows of Bitcoin that we have got effectively a stopping volume candle at the lows of the European Brinks box. And it's now following straight through, coming up. Look how busy it's getting, guys. Look at how busy it's going to get. Watch this. Jump onto the 15-second time frame. Just watch what happens at how quick they move price. All right, it's really 15-second time frame is a crazy place to be trading, but when you understand how to apply the hybrid system, you're going to see some interesting moves which you are able to exploit. All right, here you go. Look at that. New York in 1 more minute's time. 1 more minute, New York. Look at how busy they get just before the next hour. This is really important. You see that even on the 1 minute time frame. Look how busy it looks on there. Look at that. Moving higher. Look at the build up of vector candles. Now, New York may open, okay, and bring price down to regulate to continue back up again. So we need to pay attention to what is actually happening. We are approaching the 39,000 zone. And naturally, with the concept of the vector candles and the whole and half numbers, we may see a break above the 39 zone, okay? And they may actually start to pull back from that point. Here we go. New York on its way. Look at that. Look at the aggressive move. You see, so important on focusing on the final moments of every hour candle because you then get to see the intention. They are now pushing higher. Okay, so it's like a continuation. This would be this movement right now. Okay, would be a confirmation candle if this candle finishes strong. Okay, now remember this is a 1 hour candle, so it's not finished yet. That's no green light to place trades. Okay, we are waiting to see if this vector candle right here is the proof that the market maker is now taking advantage of all the guys who went short, taking out their stops and liquidation points to effectively open up their longs at higher prices that they've been building previously as price has been dropping. Okay, now let me just bring over Ethereum for you to help you put things into perspective. Ethereum on the 1 hour time frame, perfect. Look at that. Ethereum is outperforming pretty much everyone across the board when it comes to price action, in my opinion. All right. Ethereum has formed a pattern below the 50 EMA. All right. But more importantly, what we have been noticing in the previous streams as well, when you go back in time in the channel, right, we are expecting a cyclical move to the downside. But there have been instances when price would form a pattern at the upside, make it look like we are trading to the downside, and then form another pattern below the 50 EMA, and then make a move away from that zone. Now, because Ethereum is approaching its range daily high, we may see a little bit of a retrace in and around this zone. Now, the range daily high sits at roughly 2,597. All right, so it's really important you keep an eye on that zone, which actually sits at yesterday's previous daily open as well. So as much as this move looks really great, it's got a lot of ground to recover. The next point of interest that I'm looking for with Ethereum is on right here. What's going on now? No, Ethereum perpetual futures. There it is right there. So this may be in conjunction with the actual upgrade by Ethereum. All right. Traders are now getting caught out. They've recovered what we understand to be this vector candle, nearly finalized the whole vector candle, as you can see right there. So this is where the Brinks box is being formed right now, ladies and gentlemen. The Brinks box. I'm guessing the dollar index is getting hammered, I think. Yeah, dollar index is getting hit. But that's because of the news information. Let's have a flip over to what is actually performing across the board. So let's change it up. So DOT seems to be doing very well. All right, 4.5% nearly. Let's have a flip over to DOT. There you go. Look at that. It's like as if I haven't changed the chart from Ethereum. And you're going to see this, ladies and gentlemen. All right, when you look at Ethereum, Ethereum is effectively the index for the altcoins. All right. DOT is currently at the 18 mark. Where's it coming away from? Bigger pattern. Let's have a look. Yep, W formation. She's literally copied exactly what Bitcoin and Ethereum have done. All right. Held above the 200 EMA. That is very, very good. If DOT does continue to hold this zone, we may see a little bit of a retrace continuation back to the upside to test the 50 EMA. Now, when you see this sort of behavior, ladies and gentlemen, be mindful. Yes, it's broken out. It's taken out previous orders that they had been building when people have been going short. Okay. They've made this sharp move to the upside. There will be a little bit of a recovery, and that recovery may bring price back down towards the 50 EMA. Now, this is something that all of the coins that have in common right now, especially on the altcoins. All right. The 50 is turning upwards. The 13 EMA has crossed over the 50 EMA. All right, that is really important. You want the 13 EMA to cross over the 50 EMA, but you've also got to remember as well, Bitcoin, on the other hand, all right, hasn't really done that yet. Okay, that's where you wait for confirmation. Price needs to be above the 50 EMA. The 13 EMA needs to be above the 50 EMA, all right, and trade higher for us to grant that they are going to continue higher. New York has just fully opened. 5 minutes into the actual open, we've got the futures market getting ready to come in. They may initiate stop hunt rise, drop, continuation back up, if that is what the market makers have in mind. Okay, if it doesn't go out like that and they've now found resistance at the 50 EMA, remember when I said to you, wait for the confirmation candle. Look at what's going on with that candle right now. It's not really giving us true inclination that they do want to move price higher. This may be just one of those candles that they use to just spike out and take out all the stops for the retail trader who's been going short previously. All right. How you doing, Sonny? Who's in here, man? Who's in here? All right. How do we know the possible direction of the Brinks box? It seems complicated. Welcome to trading, my friend. It isn't just as easy as just trading off of Brinks. You have to understand what's been going on in previous sessions to really gauge as to what may happen next. And guys, listen, there is no such thing as a guarantee. Just because the Brinks box is something that we can see in hindsight that sets price up, okay? At every new Brinks box, it's a new situation, new opportunities, okay? They never do the same thing at the same time. We know that at some point in the future, they will repeat it again. And we have to be okay with that. Look at what's going on right now. Bitcoin's pulling back. So they trap the retail trader, making him believe, yeah, Bitcoin's rising, happy days. Now look what's going on. It's a different story now. Drop down on the 1 hour time frame, drop to the 15 minute. What are we seeing? Rejection at the 800 EMA. On the 15-minute time frame, nice little rejection. What does the market maker do? See, the thing is, guys, this move has been sporadic. It's come out of nowhere, okay? So if this move is going to continue higher, a retrace back down to test either the 200 EMA, which is the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, all right? To truly test if this move is favorable to the upside, they need to show some activity in this zone, which if you see is actually at the 50% retracement of the vector candle. So we will know if price gets to this point here and goes lower, we may just get price coming back down towards the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. Yes, this may be a little bit intense, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what? This is trading for you. Okay? So let's have a look at what else is doing well across the board. I need something interesting. What is doing really well? Okay, let me just see. Well, look, let's just look at the dollar index for the case of fractional disparity. Oh, Lord. Oh, my days. Dollar is getting had. Unfortunate for dollar. By that token, gold itself is going to be showing us very interesting behavior. Look at gold. Wow. Nice. Nice to have you, gold. Look at what gold is recovering. Vector candle right there. Full vector recovery and going up. So that means gold is actually going to start seeing some other pools of liquidity. If we zoom out, we can see that gold is actually going to start there it is. It's on its way. It's on its way to recovering this big pool of liquidity right here. It needs to break above the Asian session that happened on the 30th of July. Okay, it needs to break into that zone and probably aim for the range weekly high, which sits roughly at the 1854. All right, so that is where we may see gold going to over the next few sessions. Very interesting behavior. That tells me that investors are scared. Dollar's getting had right now, which is probably why everything else seems to be rising. Okay? When dollar is dropping, it means that investors are kind of scared. All right, we've just had some news about dollar that the employment change has come in less than expected, and that's going to take effect on the future information or economical reports. All right, let's have a look at Alpha. Alpha looks like she's doing very well. Altcoins seem to be doing pretty well. Alpha's coming back up. Look at that nice little pattern by Alpha on the 15-minute time frame. W formation, 800 EMA confirmation right there. Red candle, green candle formation, shift out of the zone. And where's she going to right now? Where are the next pools of liquidity for Alpha? 0.68. She needs to break above the 70 for us to really be deeming that she has got strength. Flipping over to sushi swap, not sushi swap, but look, there you can go. You can see the pattern forming right there. Not so many vector candles on the 50-minute time frame other than the stopping volume candle at the lows. Okay, I'm looking at what else. Let me just go back to Bitcoin. She's coming up slowly now. All right, so she's broken above the 50 and the 200 and the 800 on the 15-minute time frame. Go on the hour. Wait for this candle to confirm itself, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is the confirmation. If they do want to send price higher, they will finish this 1 hour candle strongly to the upside. Okay, this is the candlestick that traps traders to believe, oh, Bitcoin's just broken the 50, triggering the orders. But only a moment ago, Bitcoin on the moving averages had shown a death cross. So can you see how the market maker manipulates traders into believing one thing when all they're doing is setting up price for their own purpose? Yeah? That's how it is, man. This is the story. Obsidian Grey, what's up, man? Can't watch it. Right, what's happening? Let me see. When dollar rise, investors are scared as they are moving from risk assets to cash. Hey. Can you talk a bit more of when a level is invalidated, please? That's my issue mostly. Okay, so when is a level invalidated? Okay. When is a level invalidated? Let's take it up to here. This is when a level is invalidated, ladies and gentlemen. So look, this is the start of the week. Okay, we always start the week off with a pattern by principle of this this strategy in Forex. All right, rise up level 1, drop. Yeah. If this rise up here comes down and continues lower and breaks the previous consolidation that it pulled away from, that would invalidate the level. If it stays in line with the peak formation, then it's still a valid peak. Okay? Now, they can do whatever they want when it comes to levels. So, rise up level 1, drop. Rise up level 2, drop. You want it to stay within the previous consolidation level, then it can come somewhat close towards it. But as long as it moves back away, then it will still be deemed as a valid level rise as long as it breaks above this zone. Okay, now if it does come back down to this point right here and closes strongly but stays within the peak formation, this move up and down would be deemed as a level 1 still. So it means that they weren't finished with the consolidation in this area. It means that they want to get some more orders at the lows so that they can get them filled at higher prices. Okay, that's what will constitute as a valid level on or an invalidated level. Just make sure it doesn't break the previous consolidation. All right. So you can see where we are right now. Bitcoin moving up here. There you go. So now look, the 1 hour candle is actually starting to edge higher. All right. But we're not out the woods just yet. They've just broken the moving averages. They've trapped all the retail traders on the death cross. They are working this zone right now. We have got 20 minutes or so until the New York futures establishes more liquidity in the chart. All right, looking on lower time frames itself, right, we need to try and pull off where is it likely that they're going to send price. So we've got this pool of liquidity right here, okay, where there's a big red vector candle. We cool with that? What is a stop hunt? Okay. Joe, man, you're dreaming of me. What? How can a market maker decide or move the price exactly? He provides the liquidity because one person, in order for one person to buy, someone has to be on the other end to sell. He creates that liquidity. All right. Doesn't New York open at 2:30 GMT? The futures market. Yeah, this is pre-market. Can I ask a question? Be my guest. Regarding the 4 hour, be my guest. Ask your questions, my friend. And if I see it, I'll discuss it. Here we go. Look at what's going on. Look at what is actually happening. They are moving price quite aggressively. We may see price come towards the 39 zone. What ideally want to see is you want to see the 39,000 mark break out with notable volume. That's what we really want to see. because then they've been building their longs below the key 39,000 point to break up higher and get the best possible price fill at the higher point when they break away from the 39 zone. This is what we're waiting for right now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? There are a number of factors coming into play as to give us the belief that they will break above the 39, but at the same token, we've just tapped the 800 EMA on the 15-minute time frame, which is the 200 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, right? And the 200 EMA on the 50-minute time frame is the 50 EMA on the 1 hour. All right? So write that down, keep that note, keep that in your mind. Yeah, it's just because the reason why I'm using TradingView is there are a lot of people that don't have access to MT4. That's why I chop and change in between the two. Okay, so let me just flip back onto Bitcoin. Sorry, Ethereum. See, look, range daily high, okay, has been taken and price has pulled straight back. All right, this is what I mean. You wait for the confirmation of the candle. This looks promising, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this is the bigger time frame, right? Because a lot of people tend to watch the lower time frames and they get caught in the chaos of the lower time frames. Now, if it's suited for you, happy days. If not, you know, take a step back and look at the bigger picture. And you can see strong 4-hour candle close. Now we're waiting to see if New York is going to follow through. This is a new 4-hour candle, and that's where you always see activity in price. Is it better on the 1 hour or the 15-minute? We use the 1 hour time frame to establish the cycle. All right. For day trading, the 1 hour time frame establishes the cycle. The 15-minute time frame establishes the pattern and your entry. Okay. Now you can chop and change in between that. All right. You can use the 1 hour time frame to give you the bigger picture and then jump down to the 1 minute time frame to start making decisions off that. You know. So how do you think about trading altcoins when we know that everything follows Bitcoin right now? Well, just look at what happened just a moment ago. Every single altcoin that I pulled up, okay, it was mimicking Ethereum's behavior and Bitcoin's behavior, okay? And the reason why we have to pay attention to Bitcoin and Ethereum is because that is where most of the liquidity is going to go. And there are people that do trade on that basis. People then say, you know what, if Bitcoin is rising, I'm going to take advantage of that notion. So I'm going to open trades on altcoins because everything is favoring the bigger coins. Naturally, everything else is going to follow suit. All right. Hi, Tia. Wouldn't it be easy to build positions if we just master spotting liquidation zones based on the hybrid systems principle that the market maker will realize the profit later on? By that principle, yeah. If you are, but the thing is this, if you build positions, you're going to have to build light positions because are you prepared to sit in the negative from the get-go? Because most new traders, they start coming into trading. When they open a trade, they want to see a profit straight away. And that's the sad truth. But when you start building positions, you're in the red from the get-go. You can start building longs from this point down. Ride it down, and hope that when price stabilizes, you start putting more positions down here for longs and then anticipate price to coming back up again. All right? How long are you prepared to sit in the red for? And how comfortable is it for you to sit in the red? So building positions it's a different game, and it does take a lot of discipline and a high risk in the sense where your relationship with risk, okay, has to be very good. You have to be cool with being in the red straight away. Some people may not be cool with that. All right. And that's something that you need to work out for yourself. So in the first instance, try get used to catching the move in your favor, you know, getting the rise, retrace, continuation. Try and grab the movement by the market maker from there, and then work on other strategies as well later on once you become proficient in that movement. See, now look, here we go. Bitcoin actually right now is giving us what the peak. You can see this cyclical move. Look, we anticipated Bitcoin would come back up, and they may now bring price back down to trail lower to bring us closer towards the next pool of liquidity, which is down here. Is this what we're actually seeing? Is this what's going to be the reason that Bitcoin actually drops lower? New York is going to show us that. And we've also got that upgrade tomorrow with Ethereum. All right, what's that going to do? Yeah, if we look at the upgrade for Ethereum, is that going to be the justification for Ethereum to behave in this fashion and stay above the 200 EMA and stay very close to the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame? That's what we really need to pay attention to. All right, because this move is too fast for my liking. I want to see a progressive move up. Look at how they progressively moved from here. Nice move up, nice move up, nice move, spike up, come straight back down, and then make the move up. All right, is this what's happening right here? Okay, because if this is the case, right, this may be the consolidation for level 1 to drop down on the higher time frame. Yeah? Where are we at? What else have we got? Let's have a look at what else is happening across the board. Let's see. All right, question. Here we go. I think that's been my issue, is trying to learn all the different strategies out there instead of just mastering the hybrid and then branching out. Look, take the hybrid, learn the system, then start applying other things to it. If you feel you're proficient enough in the hybrid strategy, happy days. You know, start applying different things to it. Exciting times tomorrow. So many altcoins built on the ERC20 blockchain. Happy days, happy days. It is going to be an exciting time. This is probably why we're seeing this behavior, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Would that retrace not also fit with the massive head and shoulders on the 1 hour bigger time frame? It could. This is what I mean. The cycles themselves tell you what phase the market maker is in right now. Okay. Now, if we look at the high from earlier, go on the 1 hour. Where are we in the cycle? Well, the cycle says that we are at the highs and we're now pulling back. All right. All we're waiting to see is how long will price hold this zone and how far will it go? What are the chances of them coming up to this next pool of liquidity right here? Well, on a scale of percentage wise, that's down to you based on what you understand about the strategy and or what the market maker decides to do. Because as much as we may have a conviction about where it's going to go, the market maker is going to tell us if that's going to be the place. Is that where the orders are that the market makers want to quickly take advantage of? And then are they going to bring price back down from it? So this is the nature of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Right? We can't force our expectation of what we want price to do. You know? Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Someone's knocking on my door. Wow, that's interesting. I've got this kid is knocking on my door crazy, wanting to know if my daughter can come out and play, but she's not here. I'm just going to let them knock the door. I can't answer that door. Anyway, back to Bitcoin police. No, it wasn't Amazon. It wasn't Amazon. It was Steve. He's just come back. He just wants to know where the shorts are at. That's where it is. Escort service, Jay. Ricky, come on, bruv. Are we in drop level 1? Well, drop level 1. What are we? Well, if we look at the bigger time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, that may... Oh, hold on a second. Before we continue discussing what levels we are, just look at what Ethereum's doing. Nice move back up. Okay, that's interesting. Let me bring back that. Bitcoin is, sorry... see, the thing is, Bitcoin isn't really giving me that strong move, man. I don't like it. Ethereum, on the other hand, is doing big things right now. Look, she's coming back and recovering the red vector candle. I want to see her break away from this point. That's really what I want to see, man. If this is a W formation, then we're going to be riding moves to the upside. Tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day. But also, guys, be careful. They may mark price up right here, drop it again, and get the longs filled at the lowest point again in this zone. And then when tomorrow happens, we should see some interesting behavior. This is probably the pre-move before tomorrow. So they're marking up price, getting ready to drop it back down later on, and then make a move which is consistent with the news release tomorrow. All right. Let me just bring something up for you, just to bring some light for you. So there is a website called Cryptocraft. All right. Let me show it you right now. Here it is. Cryptocraft is a pretty cool thing. Binance to bring Bitcoin payments to Shopify via new partnership. Oh, that came out 45 minutes ago, so that's probably why things may be moving. Okay. Just this platform, Cryptocraft, just takes all of the resources around the internet and puts them into one place. Okay, so you got from YouTube, you got Business Wire, Cointelegraph, Delta One, Cointelegraph again, FX News Group, Live Bitcoin News. All right. And there's a forum in there as well, so you can have a little chat with other people. But it's good to see what is actually being discussed across the board. All right. I mean, this guy right here talking about regulation. Notice how they always put up a funny picture of them. But it looks like it's positive news across the board, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it looks like that could be really something good to look forward to. Looking at price now, I mean, it's being reflected across the board. Who is actually winning right now? Who's actually losing? ADA's taking a hammering. All right. ADA is actually taking a hammering right now. Let's flip over to ADA and see what she's doing. Well, it's not even a hammering as such, but she's just trading lower than what we anticipated her to do. Here you go. There's a nice move up. This is what I'm expecting price to do, ladies and gentlemen. This sort of behavior like this, spiking up, coming back down, and then making a continuation back up for towards the upside. All right, Alpha's made a nice move up 1 inch. Looks like it's doing pretty well. See, look, all the altcoins are pretty much reflecting what Ethereum's doing. If we just have a look at what they're all doing across the board. There you go. Vector candle being recovered on Uniswap. Dot itself, not so much. I mean, it has recovered the violet candle right there. Sushi, we've done sushi. Okay, Elrond, there you go. At its highs, above the 50 EMA. That is really good. Really good. Atom, what's Atom doing? Green, you know, red vector candles. It's like they're all bringing price back towards liquidity. Okay. Tron, what's Tron doing? Tron is moving swiftly. Look at that. Nice recovery of the vector candle working that zone right now. It's at its highest point in the week from last week's high. So this should be very interesting for Tron. Ava, recovery of the wick on the stopping volume candle right there. Hot is doing pretty well. So it just looks like it's an up day for everyone. Cake's doing really well. Matic, let's have a look at Matic. I mean, look at this here, right? 50 EMA, 200 EMA, 800 EMA, all come together. We're just waiting for a bounce out. And that's exactly what is happening. Look at that. Nice little move up. The next pool of liquidity for Matic is going to be up here around the 1.11 zone. That is prospectively where they may send price up to. Now, we've got another 4 more minutes until a new 30-minute candle rolls out. All right. We just need to be aware of that. What's going on with Bitcoin? Bitcoin now, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Bitcoin now coming up towards the liquidity pool on the 15-minute time frame. She's going to pretty much take that move. Here we go. Come on, Bitcoin. They've broken above the 30,000 zone. Here we go. Look at the lower candles on the smaller time frame. You should see them breaking with aggression. Vector candle on the 1 minute. Has it happened? There you go. Above the 39,000 zone. Vector candle breaks through the whole number. That is what you want. You want to see that. That means they're releasing liquidity. They're taking advantage of orders to the upside. They do this always at whole numbers. Now we've got this next pool of liquidity available for these market makers to tap, which is what? The 39,500 zone, which sits right here. Okay, they could bring price up to there as well. So it's just really a game of waiting, ladies and gentlemen. We're waiting to see if this move is going to hold. And it's an aggressive move as well. Really aggressive move. USA clear, Euro writing, buy any crypto. That's bad. Yeah, Ethereum is crazy. Just looking at it. Is Cryptocraft more reliable than Crypto Panic? That wasn't a panic, man. That's just what's been going on across the board. Like the information they're releasing to people, you know, and that's coming from all sorts of sources as well. Right then. So let me have a look at this. What else is people are saying? Ash Swenson. How you doing, Ash? Is this the midweek reversal, or does it have to happen during the market? This looks like it is the midweek reversal. What day are we in? We're in Wednesday. Okay. If we go back up towards the cyclical pattern up here, look. Let me just bring it up for you. Where are we in the cycle? We are at this point. We came to this point. Price has come back down. Rise, level 1. Okay. Drop, level 2. Drop, level 3. Peak formation. Okay. Midweek reversal. Where is the reversal? It's on a Wednesday. Yeah? This didn't fall on a Wednesday. It fell on the weekend. All right? But the move on a Wednesday as a reversal point, you just take it in line with any pattern that is forming, which we can see right here, an inverted head and shoulders. Okay, this was Tuesday. They were building and basing. Going into Wednesday, they've made the reversal against the general trend. There's your midweek reversal. Okay, we've seen the reversal now. Now, is the midweek reversal going to hold? That's the key thing. All right. Crypto J, good stuff again. Thank you, sir. No problem. Making me think about this all very differently. If you get chance, have you got any more 1 minute scalping tips to add to ones from last night's stream? Okay, then here we go. Look at this. In terms of scalping, always try and pay attention to the start of a new candle on the 15-minute, 30-minute, and the 1 hour time frame. All right. Once you've done that, go and make your way to the 1 minute time frame and just pay attention to where price is in relation to that. So look at what's happened now. We've got ourselves a new 15-minute candle. And look at the 1 minute time frame. Okay. So everything is showing it's stacked above the 50 EMA, the 5 and the 13 EMA. New start of a 15-minute candle and a 30-minute candle. So now we need to wait and see if there's momentum to push price higher. It looks like they're using the 5 EMA as support. So if this move is consistent with the market maker's intention to move price higher, then they should move higher on that basis. But when you're on the 1 minute time frame, what we expect them to do later on doesn't mean that it has to be done now. Okay? So keep an eye out. Watch how they move in and around the 5 and the 13 EMA. On the 1 minute time frame, you use the 5 and the 13 EMA to determine the volatility. All right, so when price comes down towards the 5 or the 13 EMA, that is when you need to work out your decision as to whether or not you're going to go long or short. Right now, we've broken above the 39,000 and it's working its way back up. We've got key points in the chart. We've got yesterday's high up here. They're pinning the highs right now, so they may consolidate, bring price back down to test the 13 EMA and maybe move back up again. We've got a new 1 hour candle starting in 30 minutes. All right, so they may get busy at that point. Look at the 30-minute time frame right here. Look at that. Break above the 39,000 vector candle. Can you see it? Whole number. Getting their longs filled at lower prices and then breaking through. But look, guys, the magical number 3 is in sight. Push 1, 2, 3. Market makers move in threes. Is this going to retrace back down before it continues up? 200 EMA on the 30-minute time frame has been tapped and pulling price back down again. This is your market maker behavior, guys. This is their footprint. Trapping the retail traders to step in, go long, take out their stops and liquidation points as price drops back down again, reinitiate the intention and move back up. This is what we're waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're here for. Okay, could you, Crypto Mojo Life, what you got to tell me? Could you explain what the the TDI, or do you have a video that explains? Yes, the TDI, there is a playlist in the channel on understanding the hybrid, which talks about the TDI and how to use it. So you should check it out over there, my friend. Here we go. Hairy Bumchin, what are you saying? Perhaps a psychological high has to be hit on Ethereum, then drop. Doesn't necessarily has to hit it. Okay, so if we look at this. On this platform, on TradingView, if I bring up MT4, Ethereum has broken the range daily high and it's now hit the ADR high. Okay, now the psychological high is in sight for Ethereum. That's really important. But guys, we are still in the psychological range. Now, the psychological high and psychological low are ranges that the market maker sets at the start of the week. This is his spread for the start of the week. One or two things is going to happen with price. It either trades above the psychological high and breaks out and goes higher, or it trades below the psychological low, breaks through it and goes lower. Okay? That's what is happening here. And the fact that they've been holding this psychological low right here was giving us the clue that they do favor higher prices. Now that they've moved out of that zone and effectively hit their absolute highest range that they can for the day, okay, we're going to see a little bit of a retrace. Right now we're working the Brinks box of New York. Now New York may form the Brinks to the high, bring price back down, and then make a low for New York by bringing price back towards this vector candle and then shift out of the zone. But look, last night's live, we spoke about it. We're expecting Ethereum to rise up, retrace, and continue back up. This was there. Watch last night's video, ladies and gentlemen. We had the conversation about it. Who else have we got? Silvio Barber. Okay. Can you explain what the ADR is and how you use it? The ADR, right, if there was a list of confluences or things to use as like a checklist before you make a trade, okay, the ADR will probably be the last thing on the list next to the TDI, all right? Now, the reason why I say it's the last thing is because as much as we anticipate price to go a certain direction for the day, it can't always keep on going in that direction. All right, we can use it as a measure to say, right, price seems a little bit extended for the best part. All right, now if you look at the RSI on here, look at this. The RSI right now on Ethereum on the 1 hour time frame is way beyond extension. Okay, it's outside the volatility band. I'm expecting a shark fin to form, okay, in and around this point, which may happen once the Brinks box has established itself, because there are a lot of people now that are stepping into the trades. Okay, so ideally we see the RSI come up, come back down, test the intention, and then probably continue back up again. All right, this is what we're waiting for. The Brinks box initiates a stop hunt rise, New York steps in, pulls price back, initiates a low, and then makes the move to the upside. Looking at where Ethereum has broken away from, it's only right that they bring price down to test the 50 and then move on. Now, they may actually bring the 13 EMA above the 50 EMA and price comes down and tests the 13 EMA and bounces away from it. All right? So right now, if you weren't in the trade from the daily open, you now have to wait and see what is going to happen next. All right? Looking at Bitcoin, look at that. The Bitcoin on the bigger time frame, the 4 hour 800 EMA, massive. All right? Which on the daily time frame is the 200 EMA, and look at that, the 50 EMAs come up. All right, look at what's happened, guys. The death cross on the daily time frame has just annihilated a ton of traders. How sad is that? Yeah, do you understand how the market maker is manipulating people by the same indicators that they all follow? Right? That's what you need to be aware of, okay? When you see death crosses, you want to wait for expansion of the moving averages. This is not a decent expansion, ladies and gentlemen. Traders take advantage of this. They see it and they see it as gospel. Oh, it's the death cross. Let's go short. Look at what's happened. Whilst those guys are going short, we've been sat waiting for a W formation to play out. Happy days. Rise level 1 dropped. Now we're waiting for the rise level 2 for Bitcoin on the daily time frame, which tells me Bitcoin is probably most likely going to see this next area of liquidity, which probably sits around the 50k zone, if and only if they are finished with the intention of bringing price down lower. Okay, so if they do move away from this point on the daily time frame, all right, price may come back down to this point, but it might not happen for a little while. Okay. So there's so many factors to consider, ladies and gentlemen. This is the thing about trading. As much as we have convictions about what we want it to do, what it can do, all right, at the end of the day, until it does it, hindsight will always educate us in that aspect, you know? All right, let me have a look at this. Alpha Centauri. How do you determine liquidity pools? Well, the way you determine liquidity pools. God, man, that's like that 64 in that video, man. I'm just losing my speech. Hold on a second. Before we start determining liquidity pools, we need to pay attention to what Ethereum has done and Bitcoin. Has it come back up and hit that liquidity pool yet? Not just yet. So here's an example of it. Liquidity pools are previous points in the chart that the market maker had started stepping in and building positions, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. So look at this. You can see that there's a red vector candle right here. Can you see it? That's a red vector candle. Now, when the market maker stepped in here, they started to build their longs and close shorts at the same time. And the way they do that is they make the retail trader believe price is going to rise. Retail trader sets up his longs and he sets up his stops at the same time. Market maker can see that the retail trader's doing that. So before the retail trader can buy, the market maker has to be in the position to sell to them. So he sells his shorts at the highest possible point. Retail trader is buying. He's excited. Market maker then opens the candle, moves price up to confirm and commit the liquidity to the upside. Okay, and then he reverses back down by taking out the retail trader's stops and liquidation points that he has set on the move to the upside. Whilst he's taking out their stops using their liquidation points and their stops, he's building longs at the same time with the money that he used to build his shorts on the move up. Yeah, quite confusing, isn't it? But the best way to get around it is to watch when they do this sort of thing and have in your mind the order book of how it's done. And then look, price comes all the way back down. Now that we know that they built those positions previously there, we are expecting them by the principle of the vector candle to bring price back up to that zone, okay? Because there are guys who've gone short in this candle as well that have got liquidation points set up here. So market maker is going to then deliver price further up and take their liquidity that they built on their shorts and then take them out and move his longs higher. That pretty much is trading 101. The hybrid system, Usarumu Mursa, sorry if I can't say your name, but the hybrid system is from Forex. Okay? It's a Forex system. I've brought it to crypto. If you go back in the channel, you'll see videos where I've discussed the hybrid, discussed the actual system itself, okay? And you'll understand it clearer. In Forex, they tend to have more structure with Forex, all right? They trade from Monday to Friday, that's it. All right. It's not like crypto where you got Saturday as well and Sunday. All right. So there's a little bit of a, you know, they kind of throw people off with the weekend in cryptocurrency. Rest in peace, the dollar. That's so sad. It is really unfortunate for dollar, man. But then that's because of the news announcements that come out about the jobs. That's where that's come from. Right. We've got 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's 20 minutes until the next hour candle. I'm going to be going in the next 10 because I have to go and get my daughter, but I thought I'd give you a little bit of a breakdown on what has been going on with Bitcoin. I'm going to see it till the next 15-minute candle, which starts in 4 minutes time. Okay. And we're going to see if they actually do come up and recover this pool of liquidity. I'll be really surprised if they don't. All right. But then that will be consistent with the Brinks box. So we might just get a bit of a spike and then a retrace back down. But ladies and gentlemen, please proceed with caution. Mattress X, since Ethereum hasn't, whoa, what is going on there? What is happening there? Why is Bitcoin doing that? A lot of orders being filled, a lot of orders. When you see that sort of behavior, it's either delays in the price feed or they are actually receiving a bag of orders in that zone. That is really crazy. Did anyone see that? Okay then. Right, yeah, so Mattress X, sorry, my friend. Here we go. Since Ethereum hasn't touched the 50 EMA, has it achieved level 1? We've got this problem with Ethereum, right? She seems to not touch the 50 EMA. All right? Now, it's not that it's a problem, but ideally what you want to do is pay attention to the 13 EMA. Because when Ethereum started its move to the upside from back in the day when it broke away from the 1800 point, she did not touch the 50 EMA. And she used the 13 EMA on the 1 hour time frame as support. Okay? If we're in that same situation, does it invalidate the level? Does it confirm the level? All you can do is just follow the momentum. When price does break down to the 50 EMA, because look, this is what has happened with Bitcoin. All right? Watch this. Since this cycle to the downside, all right, on this M formation, we've been waiting for Bitcoin to hit the 50, and it hasn't done it. Let me get rid of these numbers here to make it clearer for you. No touches to the 50 EMA. I want to see a touch to the 50, like a clean hit to the 50, all right? Now that this has touched the 50 EMA, in light of the cycle that we've got from the M formation at the highs right here, if they don't pull price back, then the pattern that formed down here is going to validate a new cycle to the upside. Now, because this is on the 1 hour time frame, they might form a pattern right here, rise up, retrace, come back up to here and form another M pattern and then drop. But it all depends on how well this information about this new upgrade tomorrow gets welcomed. Okay? Remember, the levels are the hardest thing to establish, and the cycles. They are really difficult to establish because the market maker can change at any moment. Yes, we've got an M formation right here, but now we can see a little bit of a pattern down here. So does that mean that this cycle move to the downside is actually going to be invalidated and price continues up? Flipping over onto the higher time frames on MT4, look at that. We're in a W formation, rise up level 1 on the higher time frame. So it's different cycles on different time frames. Even on the 1 minute time frame, you can pull up Bitcoin on the 1 minute time frame in probably in an hour and a half, you'll probably see a weekly cycle. All right? Let me just give you that example right now. Here we go. 1 minute time frame. Let me bring this up for you and show you what I mean. Let's try and find a weekly cycle. Okay, the best example of it. Right, here we go. Look at this. Look at this zone. W formation, rise up, level 1. Level 1 down here, rise up, level 2. Rise up, level 3, peak formation, drop. Another rise back up, extension, and then it comes back down again. So is this a rise up level 1? Rise up level 2? Is that a true valid rise level 3? No, because it came back down again. And is this the rise up level 3 peak formation, pins the high and drops all the way back down? W formation, rise up level 1, drop, rise up level 2, rise up level 3, M formation, drop. That's a weak cycle right there, ladies and gentlemen, on the 1 minute time frame. Do you see what I'm saying now? Yeah? That's what's important. Right. Let's have a look. What's happening next on Bitcoin? Where is it at right now? Okay then. Right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be bringing the stream to an end. Please proceed with caution. Just because it's broken above the 50 EMA, just wait and see the whole intention of New York. The next 1 hour candle that starts will let us know exactly what their intention is. Okay? 23 hours till London fork. Block's almost gone. Okay, looks like it's going to be a big thing. Are they starting the move? It makes sense with look at how price is behaving, man. Look at that crazy movement right there. It's like they're building orders right now. They don't want to miss out on the fact that Bitcoin is cheaper right now. And when this new fork happens, things are just going to fly. So it's going to be great news, man. It's going to be real good news for a lot of things. I'm hoping it is good news anyway. I hope it is good news. All right then, guys, listen. Thank you so much for passing through. All right, we're going to be doing this every day, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. GMT. And then we continue again at 10 p.m. GMT in the evenings as well. So we summarize the day's events in the evening. All right. Now, if you are new to the channel, feel free to like and subscribe. All right. We just want to work the algorithm and spread the word of the Traders Reality channel, man. It's helping people and helping you guys understand how this game works. All right. So on that point, ladies and gentlemen, go and have yourselves a lovely day. Mad love and respect to you all. Stay safe. All right. Take care of yourselves. Peace.